Hey folks, thanks so much for stopping by and checking out the show. Today we're going to be talking about how to make roasted potatoes. This is a simple side dish that's quick and easy to make, so you can focus on other things. This isn't expensive and it's delicious, and I'll show you how to make this amazing little side dish to add to your meal. Well, fall's in the air, and the thing about fall, what I love is it's harvest season. And one of the, I just love that Thanksgiving is all about the harvest. And what I love, what really makes me think about fall is earthy foods. And one of the best is potatoes. Potatoes as a side is really quick and easy and a delicious way to really amplify flavor on the plate, and kids love them. This is gonna be a great side for a family, and it's really easy to make. Today we're working with yellow potatoes, but this recipe works with russet potatoes, red potatoes, Yukon, whatever you can get your hands on. It's a beautiful, delicious, inexpensive way to really amp up dinner. First, we're using mini yellow potatoes, and for this recipe, we're gonna need to cut them up. Now, when you're using russets or any other potatoes a little bit bigger, you wanna just kind of dice them up into 1-inch cubes. Now, you can peel them if you want, but for roasted potatoes, I kind of like having the peels left on. Now that these are all washed and cleaned, we're going to be cutting them up. Now they're a little bit small to cut into cubes, so we're just going to cut them into quarters. Now that they're all cut up, you're just going to want to soak them in water for about 20 minutes. So the reason we soak potatoes in the water for about 20 minutes is to help remove some of the starch and helps to keep them from sticking together. So when I'm mixing in the herbs and spices, I'm using a clean bowl. I'm not going to use the same bowl that I soaked potatoes in because the starch is still in there and I don't want it to get back on the potatoes that we just rinsed off. So we're going to start with 2 tablespoons of virgin olive oil. We're just going to drizzle that on. It's about 2 tablespoons. And a tablespoon of rosemary. Tablespoon of thyme. Tablespoon of parsley. A half teaspoon of smoked paprika. And a tablespoon of basil, and a tablespoon of garlic powder. Now we're just going to roll that all around, stir it all around, and already you're getting this really earthy, beautiful earthy smell, and I just love the seasoning and spice here that you're going to get with these potatoes, and these are starting to look gorgeous. So you just want to get them all around, get the oil all mixed in. Stir them around here. And just so you know, I've got about 1.5 pounds of potatoes here. So when you're doing it for yourself, this recipe, 1.5 to 2 pounds of potatoes would be perfect. Now we're going to spread these onto the pan here. And while we're doing this, the oven is preheating to 425. So yeah, we want to get this all this flavor out of here. And we just want to drizzle it on there, just like that. Beautiful. And we're going to salt and pepper. Add some salt and pepper to it. And there we go. Now we're ready for the oven. So now the potatoes are coated, they're seasoned, they're spiced. We got a little bit of salt and pepper on them. We've now put them on a cooking sheet and we put them in the oven at 425 for 20 minutes. If you lower the temperature, because you're cooking something else alongside it, so you're having another side dish in there, well then you just increase the cooking times. So if you're at 380, you want to increase to about 30 to 35 minutes. Just check it when you get to about a 30-minute mark. You should be good. Okay, so while the potatoes are roasting, I thought I'd talk a little bit about the oil I use. Now, if you're familiar with my channel, you've come here a few times and watched some of the cooking videos, you know that I use extra virgin olive oil for a lot of my cooking. And the reason is because a couple years ago, there was this thing called the Mediterranean diet that came out. And olive oil was huge in it. And they were finding that it was high in monosaturated fats, and it's a healthy fat for your body. It even has links to greater cardiovascular health and lower risks to things like heart attacks, even dementia. And when it comes to your diet, believe it or not, the molecules matter. And it's really important to keep that in mind when you're making your decisions with what to put around the food you're eating. Not just the food, but what you're putting on top of it as well. And there we go. Look at that. Look at that goodness. Look at that flavor that's coming through on those potatoes. So now you can see all the herbs and the spices and the seasoning is all over these potatoes, and it really gives them a nice earthy fall autumn feel, and they taste delicious. These are amazing. This will be a great addition to any of the dishes that you're going to put before your family. They're going to love this, and it's going to taste delicious. And again, the whole house smells wonderful. And there it is, folks. Simple roasted potatoes, delicious to add to any meal, and your kids are going to love it. And again, when you're adding carbs to your dish, side dish, it should be, you want about 1/4 of the plate to be carbs. But this is an amazing, healthy little dish that's, like I said, is amazing. And a great little thing to add to this would be some sour cream and maybe some chives as a side, as a little bit of a dressing on top if you want, but honestly, it really doesn't need it. These are amazing. Anyways, folks, thanks so much for watching. And if you like what you see, make sure you put the thumbs up, you say you like it, subscribe so you always know what the next video is going to be about. And make sure you tell your friends about it. You know, share it, spread the word. Thanks so much for watching.